Hello, everyone. Time to take another look at another good film. It is Marty Supreme. Now, of course, this film is nominated for an Oscar. Timothée Chalamet, which is why I love or admire Timothée Chalamet as one of the more contemporary movie stars that has range, that has the ability to deliver different characters, that can transform himself um, when it's required to embody a character that's distinct from others before it. This is a film that's, I say it's, if Uncut Gems had a more optimistic ending, if Adam Sandler's character went through the same process that Marty did, and in the end, he wasn't actually, spoilers, he wasn't actually killed in the end. I think the director, which is incidentally the same director who directed this, decided to opt for something more feel goody in the end. So it takes that same fast-paced approach in throwing the character in this world of constant situations and scenarios that creates more problems than what they solve, and eventually it feels like everything is just cascading and culminating into an eventual climax of disastrous proportion. Like everything will just come tumbling down in the end. And he's essentially the architect of his own design. Ironically, him being the architect of his own design by his intent and his own sense of this possessed ambition and drive and fearlessness in getting the thing that he wants to get. It's a film that tells you a lot about what we do in pursuit of our own goals and what blind pursuit and what blind ambition can do. In that, while it generates a lot of willpower, drive, and a sense of urgency and fearlessness, there's also a lot left in the background, left in the dust in how it affects those that are around us. It's a balance in which I don't think people of this nature try to understand or reach in that they need people as much as how they use people to means to an end. So yeah, it's a period piece set in the 1900s, early 1900s, and one thing about that era, or one thing I appreciate, is how the music is contemporary, but it's gelling, it's meshed in, it's seamed in and sewn in effortlessly, in that it doesn't feel like you're taken out of the period in which the film is taking place. It doesn't have a lot old timey music of that era, a lot of jazz, blues. There is elements of that, but predominantly when the soundtrack that's towering over that's layers itself on top of moments and scenes within the film that carries you into the spotlight. It doesn't feel like you're being taken out of that era. And it's a commentary on how to use these types of music that isn't intended for that era, wasn't designed for that era, but somehow there's this marriage there that makes it feel both compatible, and it works. Marty Supreme utilizes those two elements very well, and I should be commended for it. Incidentally, Tyler the Creator plays a role there, which I think Tyler the Creator is almost like a quasi biodocumentary, a biographical film, because a lot of the characteristics that Marty Supreme has is Tyler the Creator takes some of those characteristics, or the director took some of those characteristics and layered them on to Marty Supreme, in that the utter ambition, passion, the fearlessness to realize a goal or a dream that's percolating in their mind constantly is who Tyler the Creator is. And he did a phenomenal job as an actor, his first feature length acting gig. And he did a good job. And never once I felt out that he was trying, or he felt out of place. And it says a lot about an actor or a rapper who, for his first feature length film, he's able to deliver not as some phenomenal, not as much as Timothée Chalamet, but he's able to at least keep up on par with him in that regard. There is a symmetry there, and there's chemistry there, and they're matching each other quite well, acting wise, and that's good. And it says a lot about that first time I like Tyler the Creator, because there's many actors, rappers turned actors who can't even come close to Tyler the Creator. So this movie, it features a series of vignettes of different moments in time in him trying to reach the point of achieving his goals. And I think the movie did a relatively good job in realizing the extremities of behaviors like these and his utter neglect for people who care for him and who he should care about, and the price of unchecked ambition. And there was a moment in the film in which he has to give up his dignity, which was very heartbreaking. And in pursuit of his actual goal, all the challenges, all the cascading events that seem like it's just been piled on to you, and your very life is at risk, to finally reach a point where you get a taste of actually actualizing the dream that you wanted, even though it was immediately stripped from you. Just getting a brief glimpse of that is enough to say, hey, maybe it's worth it. But so yeah, it's a film about preserving your dignity, and it's a film about humility and coming to terms with an understanding that as much as though you have the drive and ambition to get what you want, you should never or should try and be present with those you love, or those who regard you, or those who revere you somewhat and admire you, and take time out to give them back what they are giving you, the fuel, the drive to get what you want. It says a great message. It's a great message of fatherhood and neglect, and coming back full circle in recognizing what truly matters. Your dreams, ambitions, of course, but people, family. And that's what I took away from it. And the pacing is really good. It didn't feel like a 2.5 hour slog. The breakneck speed in which everything is just happening, one thing after the other, is very good. The set design is very good. The costume design, very good. It feels immersive. It feels like you're a part of this, point and time. It's shot digitally, I think, but you still get a sense of gradients, a sense of raw texture emitting from the screen. And I think the cinematography is also done very well. And on top of that, there's the side players, the supporting actors, especially not like those in Marty Supreme. Timothy Chalamet is immediate circumference or radius, but those like people who litter the environment, the world that exists in the film, that come across the screen or come in and out of frame, or has one or two lines, or has one or two interactions, they themselves feel like they exist in that point and time, in that period. So it all gels and culminates and all synthesized to realize something genuinely new, fresh, ironically being set in 1900s. And yeah, it's a good film. So go check it out, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So yeah, that's my review. Peace.